One is an idiot, it might be both of them. Shut up, dude.
Kia ora.
Yo.
How you doing?
I'm good, brother.
It's a podcast.
It is one of those, it's shut up, dude. We talk shit on this podcast.
We try and make each other laugh or get angry.
Yeah, one
Either
of those
way, it's
things.
a result.
Yeah.
And that's what we're about.
Yeah, bro. I appreciated your work in post-production last week. It's good.
I put lots in.
Thank you for keeping my anonymity, which
Yeah.
obviously we're still keeping, right,
Trying
with
to
the
do.
camera on.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, nice to know that was such a problem, but now we're on camera.
Yeah, good. That's fine. We probably won't do anything with that.
We'll just AI our faces out.
Yeah, bro, that'll work.
There is that new disease that's come out like in the last 2 weeks where one guy in America sees people as demon faces.
Oh, yeah?
And it's got a name and all. And they're like, it's new. Turns out this one
How
guy...
do they know he sees that? Could he not just be making that the hell up?
They have like this weird computer-generated version of like all these different
Didn't answer my
faces.
question.
No, that's what I mean. This guy's gone and got studied and they reckon this is what he sees and they've done CGI on a face and he's like, that's it.
Yeah?
And they're calling it demon face. That's like the slang term.
Yeah, yeah.
And all the
Sorry, sir, you have demon face syndrome.
all of the tinfoil hat people reckon that the lizard people's cloaking devices are breaking.
Oh, yeah,
and
good.
slowly that's why demon face will become more and more prevalent.
Nice.
Because it's the lizard people covering their asses before we all start seeing it.
Will it not just become more prevalent in the same way that Tourette's became more prevalent when people were stuck at home watching TikTok with nothing to do,
Well,
and
do you
suddenly
remember
a
that-
bunch of teenage girls had late onset Tourette's?
Do you
bro?
remember
sure
that
it won't
bitch
be
who had,
a little bit like that?
Do you remember the one on the plane? Because that motherfucker's not real.
I heard a bit of backstory behind that, bro.
Dude, she had that disease. She's like, that guy's demon face.
She reckons she just spazzed. Like, people
Of course.
interviewed her afterwards. She was like, I was having a bad day. I kind of just spazzed.
There's no way that lady done up that well to go on a fucking domestic flight.
Yeah.
Was a bit of a clown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This,
That
a guy...
motherfucker.
Yeah.
I just think it's
A
entertaining.
guy gave an interview where he was like, I was the guy sitting next to her on the plane. And she was like, who are you? What are you doing? And he's like, he starts fucking around like, I'm
Lizard person.
whatever. And she starts accusing him of being a demon and being the devil and shit. And he gets sick of it, of her spazzing at him. Eventually he's like, you know what? I am the fucking devil.
Yeah.
I am. And she packs her shit and gets off the
And so,
plane.
yep, I'm the devil and I'm off to Iowa.
Yeah, bro.
Brilliant.
There's some interesting news this week, man.
I really
Lots of interesting
want to
news.
know what your interesting news is because I've got heaps.
Okay, in the public eye at least, did you hear the news about the GCSB this week? That's our...
that China was like grumpy at us because we accused them of spying.
a different GCSB news.
Oh, no, I missed that one.
So that one,
Can you-
yes,
I agree
because
with you.
we've said that that one, yes, because we've said that it was them behind a cyber attack that happened in, I think, 2021. And we've known that for quite a while and only just kind of recently publicly said it. No, the thing that I was looking at was the GCSB in 2020, and this has just come out. That's for anybody not from New Zealand. That's our deep state, basically, right? They had an apparatus in the GCSB building that wasn't theirs. A technological apparatus that interfered with their surveillance systems, took its own information, so they won't say who that was. They know that it's somebody's. They're not saying whose apparatus it is. It was in there for 9 years, right? They say it. They say that it could,
we don't know who's.
They say it could pick military targets. They also say we don't know what intelligence it took. So we're a sovereign nation, right? That this is another country's spy apparatus in our spy building. So this guy in 2011 basically signed a memorandum of understanding with whatever country it was. Doesn't matter, right? So they signed a memorandum of understanding. This guy did, the director of the GCSB, lets this apparatus into the GCSB building, retires the next year and goes off to play golf or Epstein Island or whatever these guys do.
Fuck Island.
Doesn't tell anyone at the GCSB. So they only find out about it when it malfunctions in 2020, 8 years later.
Jesus.
And they're like, hey, we don't know exactly how it ended up there. We don't know what intelligence it was collecting. It seems to have been run with no oversight. No one here knows about it. And also, we're not telling you which country did it.
Are we allowed to guess?
I think you could guess.
China?
It's probably the US.
Well, it's either or.
I mean, it's probably one of them, right? Like any of those guys could roll up and go,
That
hey, our
octopus-
little farming satellite state,
Do you remember
we're
that,
taking over some of your intelligence
Do you remember
operations.
that Octopus Murders doco?
Yes,
And
sir,
it
it's
was
a great doco.
Same sort of deal, though, that
Yeah.
the American government was selling all the software, not telling anyone they'd backdoored it.
Yes.
Yes,
This is different. This is like the guy in charge knew that it was spying stuff for a different country, let it
yeah,
in, and then didn't tell anybody and boosted.
The more I
which is
talk to you,
fucked,
though-
and I think maybe, do I not understand treason?
Yeah, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah, because
that lets me off the hook a little bit. Honestly.
because treason is like loyalty to a country, and then you go behind their back to fuck over the country.
Right.
The more I talk to you about it, the more I reckon all of America and all of this, like, oh, hey, can we put our little robot here? And the guy in charge says yes because of Jesus.
Maybe.
Like, it wouldn't surprise me that these guys truly, genuinely think the holy war is coming and all that. By the way,
I mean, a lot of them.
By the way, I'd like to point out that it could be your fault that Sanitarium's getting rid of all these other cereals, and I hope it's related.
I hope it is, bro. They didn't respond to my emails. They haven't said anything about my stingers, bro. That's pretty bullshit.
Thanks.
So I just to wrap up this GCSB thing, if Nicky Hager blows the whistle on dirty politics, the GCSB raid his fucking house, right?
Yeah.
But this guy installs another country's spy equipment in our secret service, doesn't tell anybody, and walks away, and he's fine?
Because of money and Jesus.
Sweet ass. Just checking, bro.
Remember, the fellas go to church on Sunday and be like, hey, sorry, I did that robot thing. And everyone's
Fuck
like,
it is
it's
Easter
all good.
too, bro.
You're
It's like
welcome.
it's the season of forgiveness.
Just go have a chocolate bunny, bro, and talk to a kid. You're sweet. And then he goes out on the golf course.
Talk?
Yeah. Goes out on the golf course and, oh, man, I'm so glad I did all this for my country and my investments. Like, they think they're right.
The guy who succeeded that guy in 2012 was a childhood friend of John Key.
Yeah. See,
who appointed him.
yeah.
But whatever. It's
Funny you
definitely
bring up, though, that Nicky Hager, because
Yeah, bro.
a few years back, Nicky Hager and there's a big chubby guy, not that chubby, Cam Slater.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah. So, whale oil? Was that his
yeah. The best thing about him was the name of his website.
Right.
He has no other redeeming qualities.
So, this is a new thing that I've decided. You know how I don't like David Seymour?
Yes, I've been catching on over the course of our conversations together.
Because he's a dick.
Okay.
Anyway, I found another one. Sean Plunket.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Everybody knows that fella's a fuckwit, but
Yeah,
the
he's a
reason
fuckwit.
he's jumped on my crosshairs is there's three things. Firstly, he said terrible shit about Down syndrome people.
Yeah.
Secondly, he said terrible shit about dolphins.
Yeah.
Specifically the Maui dolphin, because we can't watch our yachting.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourselves. And thirdly, because of those two first things, he's put me on the same fucking agreement level as that Cam Slater fuckwit. They're in a war.
Are they really?
Cam Slater apparently has a Down syndrome relative and is trying to tell Sean Plunket, like, bro, you might want to maybe put the cap back on the bottle, go to bed.
Yeah.
And Cam Slater and Sean Plunket started calling him like, oh, well, you're just a dolphin because your parents are cousins and that's why you're inbred. And he just doubled down on it. And
Cameron Slater was dead. Didn't he die of lupus?
evidently not, because he's in a fucking Twitter war over Down syndromes with Sean Plunket, and I'm apparently on Cam's slide. It's bullshit. So yeah, I hope Sean fucking Plunket gets Lou Gehrig's disease or some shit. Like
yeah. I'd love to interview that guy.
I would too, in the same way that, like, every time I've brought up an idea for an interview, you've fucking stonewalled it into the ground. Yeah, Sean Plunket would be the same. I'd sit there in a MAGA hat, bro.
That's fine.
Yeah, and then right at the end of it, I'd just go to get in trouble.
Yeah,
just be
you're
in the
worried
paper.
about us interviewing people because you think I'm going to fuck around. If we got Sean Plunket, that'd be the point. We'd be fucking around.
If we got Sean Plunket, we would be fucking around, and then as he walked out, he might slip. Like, my stairs are real slippery moss. I don't 30 seconds, nothing. They spray and walk away around here, bro. Yeah. But fuck that guy, man. Like, out of all of these targets that the different sides of society can decide to go on.
If anybody doesn't know who he is, basically scale down Tim Pool until he comes from New Zealand and make him fat.
Yeah,
that's Sean Plunket.
And make like all of the wealthy families who are scared of moldies pay enough money to have their own spin-off media company called The Platform.
Dude.
Yeah, that's how that fella has a fucking mic.
Yeah, bro.
So fuck you, Sean Plunket.
All he does is fucking chirp.
But I have to fucking agree with Cam Slater now because of you.
Yeah.
You fucking Whoa. There's a whole lot more F words I was about to use there, but I'm going to stop and talk about other stuff.
Okay. There has been more news in the news.
Bro, there's been heaps, man. Like,
Did you stay in church? Did you hear the Destiny Church been popping off last couple of days, bro?
Yeah, dude.
Painting over rainbow crossings
Can you believe,
as though
though?
it's not about to be the day the Lord died for their sins,
Bro.
dude, and they've got all this hate in their hearts.
But like 100 fellas had a punch up at a 21st and killed the dude whose 21st it was.
Yeah, a couple people
And
died.
Destiny's Church is like, it's because of these fucking rainbow crossings.
That'll be it, bro.
Nah, why don't you fellas go have a talk to the fellas that keep punching their family members in the face?
Yeah.
Or stabbing each other at parties. Like,
Yeah.
that's fucking horseshit. I can't believe Destiny's Church picked there to do it.
You're peeking out a little bit, bro. I'm just going to adjust your input. Is that all right?
Yeah, sweet is. I don't mind.
Just a second. I heard a little clip there.
That's all good. I'm quite jacked up at the amount of angry shit that has come out this week.
No, I understand, bro.
Yeah. I was going to go way further afield, but Tamaki.
Yeah.
How the fuck do people keep giving this idiot money?
Because he's saving their souls, bro.
Yeah, but does your life suck so much that you're terrified you're going to have to do it again in another life, so you'll give him money?
Those guys, maybe.
Yeah. Like, is that it? Like, I don't want to fucking clean another hospital. Fuck it, Tamaki reckons if I give him 20% of my wages, I'll be secure in heaven.
Yeah.
Maybe life sucks that much that you have to, like, buy some shares into some Jesus crap.
Maybe.
But if we're going to go, you know how they got this whole no more patches thing? He must count, right?
What do you mean?
You know how the gangsters can't wear patches, like Mungle Mob and shit? They're talking about getting rid of patches.
They're talking about banning like
gangs outright.
Gang insignia, including guys who have it tattooed on their face and
yeah,
shit,
good luck
bro.
with that. I can't
Shane
wait.
Jones is like, well, those guys are going to have to wear makeup when they go outside.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Yo, you're dead, Shane.
Yeah, I know some fellas with some pretty nefarious tattoos that I don't think you could hold down.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
but I love the idea that you can take the patch off the gangster and suddenly he's not menacing anymore. Like, there's a lot of gangsters in my
like
neighborhood, bro. I can
a-
spot them.
That's a kid version, though, of being like, you're only evil because of your jacket. Like, yeah.
It is.
But
That's
my thing is, if you're going to go after all these fucking motorbike riding, patch-wearing gangsters
Yes, sir.
who cause crime, sorry, Destiny's Church, you fall directly in all three categories.
Yeah.
Are we
Crack
taking
up.
their fucking patches?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they wear patches. They do
They
that.
fucking
they do
totally
that-
have cuts, bro.
They do that. They do that man up thing, right?
Yeah, which is
Where-
another way of having a gang, except a prez, it's him.
Well, it's
Priest.
like a sub. It's like a sub gang where, like, basically, it's
Bro,
more
if
like
you take-
it's more like he has real gangsters as church
Yeah, but
enforcers
it's the
now
same-
because he did the wonderful and Christian thing of saying, now you guys,
You're better
you can,
now.
No, you can deal meth and you can go stand people over. You can steal things and hurt people as long as you don't hit your wife when you get home. And now you also kind of are my guy, right?
Oh yeah, you have to come in and say sorry. At our thing.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's bullshit. I think it's hilarious. Like you said, isn't it weird that they arc up on Easter? Like, it's so ratchet. All these staunch ass, awesome, moldy people, and they get fucking grifted into this dumb cunt shit.
Yeah, bro.
And like, I think Gisborne has a few more problems than a fucking crossing thing pissing you off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, why the rainbow thing's being shoved down our throat? Like, I don't know, man.
It's K Road, motherfucker.
But bro,
It's K Road.
Gisborne
It's the
and
gayest
Auckland.
place in this country.
Gisborne and Auckland have had it happen.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys like go to the council and ask if you can put koru patterns through other things? Like fight back your way.
Yeah.
But it's so weird that it's like gay guys been smashed up and had hiding forever.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
been trampled the fuck down.
Yeah.
And now they're like, check it out. We got some paint on the road.
Yeah.
And the other side of the fence is like, we need to stop it. Like, yeah, you can get fired in New Zealand for saying Jesus is a fag.
Really?
Yeah, like blasphemy laws in New Zealand still apply.
Ah, rats.
Yeah, but
I haven't been using the F word, but I've been talking.
I just can't
some other
understand
shit.
though, like these imaginary things.
Yeah.
Like you fellas have run it for ages. Like guys in dresses have been trying to fuck kids for years. They just didn't have any glitter.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, yeah,
They were doing it in different public buildings.
yeah. And then like, can you imagine getting touched by a priest, bro, and the following week your parents are like, you better put your fucking nice clothes on. We're going back to that building.
Yeah.
It's like your parents are pimping you out
Yeah,
at
bro.
that point.
That's pretty
Yeah.
filthy.
And then it's like, oh, everybody in the village goes to church.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're a fucking heretic.
No,
Well, you're not all made to go to fucking drag queen story time.
No.
Hey.
And the drag queen story time that was in Gizzy that day, which is what they're ostensibly protesting, was a 16-plus event.
Yeah.
So...
What's the fucking tuck?
Well, the deal is that they're gay, and Brian Tamaki personally hates gay people.
He said that the Christchurch earthquake was because of the gay people.
Yes, he said the Christchurch earthquake was because of gay
fuck,
people.
it's just arced me up of like, how do you fellas get to sit there and not have any evidence for your claims? You're giving all your money to this fucking false prophet. Like, everything about it is not Christianity. And
I
for
agree.
some reason, people's lives... Is that it? Is he just preying on the vulnerability of these poor cunts?
That's a big part of it, but people rely on faith, man. And once you have it, it's very tough to lose it. It becomes your whole deal. You define
but even that,
yourself
of
by
like, how can you stand there with your faith? Like, I'm a Christian person, and I think these drag queens are trying to fuck my kids. And it's like, name one drag queen been done for fucking a kid.
Yeah.
In New Zealand, because there's a fuckload of priests.
Yeah.
There's a fuckload of priests. You fellas used to like hide orphanages out in the bush so you could do it.
Yeah, bro.
And pretty sure it's this glitter bitch. Like,
yeah.
You know, drag queens are some of the coolest people I've ever met, and creative. Like, we know how we write music, bro. My little brother, when he was a drag queen, his name was Penetration.
Yeah, great.
That's fucking
That's a
great.
great name. Yeah.
And his mate, who was like some 6'2" person, his name was Glitterous.
Hell yeah, dude.
I've never been that creative.
Yeah.
Ever. And they get up on stage and nail their shit. You know what also they have in common? They don't want to be by your fucking kids.
Yeah.
Kids suck. They're annoying. They're boogery. They touch shit. They break stuff. They steal shit. Yeah.
Here's the thing with the whole the like rainbow ideology that they're coming after our kids and this kind of shit that these conservatives say, right? When you were in high school, were there any gay kids?
Yeah, but
they fucking were, right?
Like at primary school there were gay kids.
Yes, dude. This is what I'm saying. Like
usually from the staunchest, awesomest families, and it was like, has it just inverted? Like, is your life so easy for the dad that the son's now gonna go this way? Like, never made sense, but they were always there.
Yeah, they want to. They're like, you shouldn't be able to talk to children about gender and rainbow stuff. Like, no, dude, I knew gay kids, like before they were sexually mature. I'm not suggesting that we change the age of consent. I'm just saying, like,
some of these
they're already gay,
bro. Some of these motherfuckers are born fabulous.
Yes,
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
born fabulous.
And that's but where can they go?
Yeah,
right.
And that's my thing.
Hopefully, once they can look forward to turning 16 and go see a drag show at the library.
Bro, I think like the whole "be careful what you hate, you might turn into it" thing. We were talking about it a few episodes back. Well, the idea that these guys are like, you know, these fellas in dresses are coming after your kids. So what about all those other fellas in dresses that were going after kids?
They're really sorry.
The one at the library, you're like, no, address it.
No, the one at the library makes me personally uncomfortable, whereas the one at the church is saving my soul.
I'd love to sit down and be like, why is the glitter bitch uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Well, is it because you got fucked by a priest? And that's why you've got this little bit of like, better hate someone, because it makes no sense. Like, to just, like highlighter, glitter, wig, 8-foot fucking tall high heels and all that shit. And you're like, I think they're sneaking in to get our kids.
That's probably what it is.
They're not sneaking, brother. And all of them normally walk in places and go, I'm here. Like, you fucking know where they are. What a priest do. Stand at the back.
It's a fucking news headline. Hey. A drag queen enters space quietly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone will be like, what the fuck? Are they okay? Like, it'd change it. But a priest, fella stands at the back and tries to just, I don't like it. I think it's weird. And I hate that it's this Brian Tamaki fuckwit going forward.
Yeah, that guy fucking sucks, man. There is a bit more news
I've got so
from
much more.
fuckwits. Well...
What about... Can I jump in?
Yeah, bro, please do.
ISIS is back.
Oh! ISIS too!
Yeah, bro.
Yes!
ISIS harder.
ISIS 2, this time it's personal.
ISIS, the Electric Boogaloo.
I didn't want to be the one to say Electric Boogaloo.
Totally go for... bro, you said more than you needed.
Uh-oh.
Do you reckon it was them?
You might have to ask me a more detailed question.
Okay, do you think ISIS shot up Russia? The Moscow thing. That looked exactly like that movie Tenet from 2 years ago.
I haven't seen Tenet, and
Tenet starts with a fucking Russian, like, Ukrainian concert hall being attacked by terrorists in the exact same way.
No, bro.
Yeah, very similar, very similar.
So what they're doing? They're doing movie bits, like what?
We don't know.
So, but Russia says they're ISIS. I saw pictures of the guys.
No,
obviously haven't been fucked.
Russia didn't say ISIS. ISIS said it was ISIS.
Oh, fuck off, bro.
And, bro, so this is what's hard case. These fellas shot up this place, and apparently the Russian police dudes were like, yeah, they're in that car. Wait. And they drove, and they were like, now go 3 cars back, follow them.
Yeah.
And watch them.
See where they go.
Yeah, get to where they got to, then jumped out and arrested them before they could escape.
Yeah.
And as soon as they got them arrested, they're like, tell us what made you do this. And they said no. And then the next photo, they've all got very different faces.
They do look pretty beat up.
Yeah. Have you seen the photos of the 3 of them on the ground with like a small sheet and a wire coming out from underneath the sheet to a car battery? These guys
No, they put up pictures of them being tortured?
The Russians did.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Because you've shot up a Russian place and they've caught you.
Yeah.
Bro, for ISIS to be like, we did it. And Russia were like, are these fellas yours? They don't look like yours.
Yeah.
And ISIS was like, Obama? Yeah. And it's, so I think they've fucked up here and tried to cause some shit thinking Russia will just kill them. And then no one will ever know. Yeah. And because Russia's smarter than them at fighting, they watched where they went. And then went and got them. If they were
ISIS guys, wouldn't they martyr themselves?
Exactly, bro. And so as soon as they got caught, all of them dropped to their knees and were like, it was on Telegram. This guy calls himself the priest. And he said he'd give me 500K and rubles.
What?
Yeah, and I got 250 for doing it. They said, pick the guns up here and then drive here and you'll get through to Ukraine.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
That's not how ISIS don't have to pay nobody, bro.
The Russian dudes were just like, yeah, we're going to smash you for another couple days and let you see how much the story changes.
We'll be kicking your ass for the next 72
There's a dude sitting in like a courthouse with like a real bad look on his face crying with a part of his head missing. And it's like, what part of like when you were on Telegram? You're like this bored guy sitting on Telegram and someone's like, shoot up Russia, I'll give you this money.
Yeah.
And you think it's a good idea? But I hope they've done every terrible thing that they could think of to you. Because... it wasn't a holy war. They were like private shitty contractors.
Did a holy war make it better?
Well, no, they would have martyred themselves, and you could have said it was ISIS, but now it just looks like America is trying to cause terrorist
how many people was he supposed to have killed for his 500K? How many people?
As many as he could.
How many did they get?
140.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why the Russian guys were like, don't get them yet. Hold back.
Yeah.
We want to see where they go.
Yeah, see if they go
So
anywhere.
there was some window on the Ukrainian border, and that's what everyone's saying these cunts were going to go through. So it's like someone in Ukraine.
Well, so they're Ukrainian guys.
Well, no, these guys are like weird, like migrants, Chechenian maybe. They're not all from the same place.
Okay.
They're fucking ghosts off Telegram that somebody was like, hey, I'll give you this money if you do this. They probably asked 100. But 5 guys said yes.
Yeah.
They jacked up the weapons. They gave them half the money first, told them where to go afterwards, and Russia caught them. And that's why ISIS has shut the fuck up, because ISIS didn't do it.
Last I heard, they'd killed the current ISIS leader, and he wasn't immediately replaced. So presumably they've got a new guy.
Well, I did see another thing that 20 years ago, ISIS was actually called ISIL, but that's the Israeli Secret Service.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were called ISIS
They're called Mossad.
They were called ISIS for 25 years. Mossad is like their CIA, but their FBI was called like ISIS.
Oh, interesting, man.
Yeah, and then they changed it to ISIL, and then now ISIS is this terrorist group who seems to only do things that benefit Israel.
Well, they called themselves ISIS because they're the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria.
Apparently, that's an anagram used from when it was the Israeli Secret Service. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting shit. But the fact remains, you fellas tried to fuck with Russia and they caught your shit. Like, that's what it looks like, Evans. Uh-oh, you've just given the worst, scariest person on the planet a reason.
I can't feel good about these guys getting tortured. I can't feel good about it.
You killed 140 people.
Yep.
And Russians, and then Russians caught you.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'll be trying to kill myself by holding my breath,
I think there's a bit of a fuck around and find out thing happening.
Yeah,
but
man.
that doesn't mean I'm happy that this happened to them.
I'm not stoked that it happened.
When they caught Anders Breivik, they Just gave him coffee and cigarettes and were like, okay, say your dumb fucking piece then.
Yeah, bro.
And they just sat there stone-faced while he said all this shit. Like, okay,
I can't remember the name of the dude that shot up the Houston church. Was it Dylan Thomas? Something like that.
Dylan Roof?
Might have been Roof. He's the one that got put in a bulletproof vest and taken to Burger King, eh?
Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe there's a middle ground in between.
Maybe these motherfuckers should do I think America might need to get a little more Russian. Like, remember when they killed Bin Laden and we were like, where is he? And they're like,
we already scattered his body in the ocean, as is respectful.
I like
what
how they
the
said,
fuck are you guys talking about?
They sort of were like, yeah, we disposed of him at sea. And it's like, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Yeah, I think they...
Where is he?
The reason that they've given
How come
they've
we
done
can't
that
find
is they
this-
didn't want to parade his body around and get the Islamists all excited, bro. They don't want them getting all rowdy again.
Hello. I think that might be Q4 break. We're at 25.
Yeah, there's lots of
more news.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a sec. Okay. So... Oh... You remember your friend Luis
Guzman?
Yeah.
Yes, the Green MP who was snapped for stealing from a high-end boutique.
So
yes. And then she said that it was her mental health was what made her do it.
Winston Peters drops the bomb because Winston Peters is... I don't know how he knows this stuff, but he reckons Chloe was there. Chloe was with her on that day. No one's.
I just love that he's saying it. I don't even care.
I don't know if it's real or not, but the fact he's saying it makes it even better. Second, a lady.
Oh, please let her have been there.
A lady named Karen, who has had the number plate Karen for the past 15 years, has been told she must remove it because it's offensive.
She can't have it because now it's an offensive term.
How many other Karens have had to ring the government and say, can you change her number plate? I don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It probably is other Karens.
Thus proving the point.
Yeah.
They're the shit cunts. Chris Hipkins, go fuck yourself talking about a capital gains tax now.
What do you mean?
Yeah, we can't hear you from the back, mate.
Yeah, bro. But that guy, so what they did before the last election was they're like, we're thinking about a capital gains tax and we're talking about a wealth tax and we've done a bunch of work to see how it could be made feasible, but also we're not doing it.
Yeah.
And like, very liberal people are like, why did you say that?
You've just lost the election.
Why? You said, like, we were thinking about... It's like your missus comes home and she's like, I was thinking about giving you a blowjob, but I'm decided I'm not going to do it. Like, why did you bring that up?
Yeah, you could have just not said
You could have said nothing.
Yeah, bro. But
that
now...
fucking idiot, man.
Now, he's walking around Wellington like, a lot of these rich people might have to carry their weight. It's like, shut up, Chippy.
Yo,
back of the line.
He did say it really eloquently in a way that I think might be...
I've seen that guy in a hoodie. I've seen that guy in a hoodie and speed dealers.
Bro.
He speaks the exact same language, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that picture of Chris Luxon in his festival gear.
Yeah.
And then Chris Hipkins in speed dealers hoodie and shit. Bro. So someone commented on Twitter of like, this year's election is the Black Seeds versus 8-foot sativa. I love it.
That's good. But what he said was like, we're reaching a point where wealth is a better generator of income than work. He said it in a more eloquent way than that, but I think most people would listen to that and go, yeah, like no
shit.
Yeah. Like all the rhetoric is that, hey, people who work hard should get a reward, and then the system's not set up that way.
So I guess that just, fuck Sean Plunket.
Yeah, fuck Sean Plunket.
Hipkins can fuck off for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back in 4 years and tell us, bro. We're fucked now.
Yeah.
Because you could have fucking just not done the whole gonna give you a blowjob, not giving you one.
Yeah.
And then all of the people jumped on Luxon's side who's like, I'll suck all the dicks. Like, see. But then, Winston, Chloe was there. That's hilarious.
I love that, bro.
That's
the security footage exists, right?
Gangster move, though.
That is a gangster move. Like now that she's
now that you're the co-leader.
Yeah.
Weren't you there?
You were fucking there.
Yeah. Jordan, JBP.
Did you see our friend Jordan Peterson?
Did you see him go at his debate with Destiny? That blue-haired
I know
dude?
that he talked to Destiny. I know.
Oh, no. They had a sit-down, bro. And it's some of the most unhinged shit from Jordan ever.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and Destiny got spanked. Like, there's some certain parts where it's like, Bro,
Destiny's a professional debater.
Bro, and Peterson brings up that the desire to win is more than your desire to acknowledge truth, and that's why you're fucking it up. And he sort of goes like, and you watch him, you watch him process
Destiny's he's very liberal dude, but he's also a hater. Like he like professionally makes enemies.
Yeah, and a cuck.
Okay.
Yeah, like no, he actually has said like he's. I don't know
like
why
he's into it. Like,
why it's a derogatory term that I'm in an open relationship and she hooks up with someone and then she's left him. And it's like Andrew Tate and all that. We're like,
that's me, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. That's
hang on, I fixed it. It's okay.
It's your terrible equipment again.
Yeah. And I'm lucky we heard it, bro.
Last thing was, I
got one more.
Oh, the ship that fucking ran into that bridge.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it turns out he doesn't have one more. He don't ain't got the gear.
Take a break so I can fix my thing.
Sweet.
It's a podcast.
Yeah, what do you think of that for a transition stinger?
Awesome.
There's 2 bits of news that we maybe didn't get to. Did you watch the footage of Israel nuking those unarmed dudes?
I've seen so much footage of Israel just doing terrible shit.
I don't even want to talk about it because it's like they picked them off. It's so fucking cold, man. And the other news, and maybe we'll get to it next week because we're a bit top heavy on news this week, is the Invercargill mayor Nobby Clark.
Oh yeah, bro.
He said the N-word this week
again.
Yes, again.
Yeah. Like that guy's done it heaps.
He got in trouble for saying it a few days ago, and then I think Guy Williams' show was like went to interview him about it. And he said it again. Like, you're not getting it, are you? Whatever. I got.
What about that fucking container ship? Baltimore?
Smashing into the bridge, bro,
and took the entire bridge out.
Fuck yeah. Do you know my favorite thing about that is
it the ship, the Dali, has several different videos of it like not being driven correctly the entire time.
That sounds right.
It's hit three docks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like,
oh dear.
Yeah.
So it's a systemic failure then. Like people should have been writing that down and going, that guy doesn't get to drive this
due to
the ship needs fixing.
Due to some maritime law, he doesn't. The people that own the boat do.
Oh, yeah.
It's their fault for not vetting the pilot.
Yeah. Good. That's probably a good rule. So they'll be in trouble because of the bridge. My favorite thing about that is anytime there's like an infrastructure failure or a door comes off a plane or a ship crashes into a bridge, the American right is like, that's diversity for you. That's what you get for hiring a bunch of women. Yeah, one.
But like all right-wing guys, I have a problem listening to them because I just have a rule, and I've had it since I was like 18.
Yeah.
I can't listen to anybody that I can look in their eyes and envision in the past 48 hours you've cry-wanked. Okay. And every right-wing guy has that look in their eyes.
Yeah, you could be right.
Looking up their ex's Instagram being, fucking bitch. Every one of them. Yeah.
Fuck, it's been me against the world this week, Elvis. The fucking boomers have been coming at me, bro. My dad sent a birthday present to my son.
And it sucks.
Yeah, fucking sucks, bro.
What did he send?
Bro,
Mein Kampf or something?
It's no, that book fucking...
Sorry, that was a joke because a few years back that Kuro fucked up and bought his grandkid Mein Kampf thinking it was Minecraft. He clicked the wrong button and thought it was a hilarious joke to play on his son.
I mean, it is.
His son wasn't happy, but I think the rest of us were happy. That's
pretty fun.
That's the moves, Kuro.
No, the boomer's been coming at me. My dad sends this. He sends this gift.
He sends
it to my but he sends it to my work, which is a rural address.
And it's
technically it was like really it was chance that I was able to get the package, and it's like a giant measuring tape that you hang on the wall,
and it's all Confederate flag the whole way down.
You can chart. It's just swastikas. You could chart your height as you grow older, right? But it doesn't reach the ground, so you've got to measure up to the point where you can hang it off, so that it's accurate.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah. And I was like, also, it was a month after his birthday. And at a certain point, it's like, man, this is not a nice thing you're doing anymore. It's something else. I don't know. But I ran my tape measure across it, and it's not even fucking accurate. It's not even accurate. Bro, yes, I sent him a text like, here's these 3 things, bro. Just for next time. Yeah. But that's not the only boomer that's been coming at me. Check this out. I was sent a lovely gift by by my mother-in-law.
It's almost as if to say, hey, I know you're funny, but
This is she sent this. And it's just fucking
do they
dumb
suck
jokes, bro.
ass?
It's dad jokes. Okay. Where did the general keep his armies?
In his sleeveys, next to his buildies.
I had that same thought.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the restaurants on the moon? On the moon, great food but no atmosphere. She sent me 100 of these on flashcards. Right? It's a message. I heard you were trying to do a little comedy show. Maybe I could, this will get you started.
Bro, this is the white version. This is the white version of "Think You're Funny, cunt."
It is, bro. It is.
Basically, yeah, she sussed you out.
That's not the only time she's done this. About 7 years ago, maybe a bit more.
I hung out with my in-laws at a wedding the other day, and they were nothing but lovely.
Yeah, okay.
They wouldn't even abandon me.
Yeah, it must be real fucking nice.
It's
bro.
fucking sweet.
So about 8 years ago, when I was in the studio for this band that I really cared about, making this album that I really believed in, she sent me a book called Roadie. Okay. Hey, how about that? So she sent me this book called
Sup,
Roadie.
Roadie?
And
that was inadvertent.
And I'm like, okay, that's a nice gesture. And I start reading it. And within the first 20 pages, the guy's like, I realized my life really turned around when I realized that I was never going to make it as a musician. And it's about him realizing that he wasn't good enough to be a professional musician and becoming a roadie for the band Coldplay. And I'm looking at this book like, it's a little heavy-handed that you're giving this to me. That's all. And that's why when she sent me these dad joke flashcards, I'm like, oh, that's what this is.
I think me and you should use AI to put together a book and sell it on Amazon under a pseudonym that says, your baking's just not that good. And we'll give it to her.
Yeah. So that's been the boomers coming at me. But there was one more thing I wanted to talk about from my personal life, and I don't know if it's going to piss anybody off. It was my wife and I's anniversary, and she bought me a nice bottle of whiskey, which I enjoyed.
Yes.
And I was drinking it. My mum happened to be around, and I was I had a whiskey with my wife and my mum, and my wife was like, "This was recommended to me." The guy actually said like. That he thought you would like it. It's quite a feminine whiskey. I was like, never tell me who that was. Never fucking tell me who that was, dude.
Bro, just because comparison being the thief of joy, I got given a bottle of whiskey by my partner's father.
Yeah.
Who got me like the brutal, smoky, most people don't like it.
I don't
There's
like
a
those
hell of a flavour.
I don't like those peaty whiskies. That's accurate. But this person,
but like I've got no frame of reference.
It doesn't matter how I will act differently around that person if I know who it is. I don't know if I'll confront them, but I'll act weird. You can't fucking tell me who it was.
I'm gonna find out.
I don't. This is somebody who said to my wife, your husband's feminine, he'll enjoy this. Like, okay, I enjoy it. It's a nice whiskey, but I can't...
Sorry, an alcohol expert off camera just was like, it was me, but it wasn't.
No, it wasn't, because she gave me a hint. She was like, Willie, the guy has a big beard. I'm like, oh, well, there it is. He's insecure about his masculinity, because all you fucking beard guys are so insecure, and you tie yourselves to your beard like, I can't make anything or fix anything or fight or fucking do anything, but look at my big gay beard. I'm such a man.
Not a lot of fellas with those beards that you think, if I removed that, is his chin just a fist?
Not a single one of them looks reliable. The guys with those big beards who define themselves by it.
Not in Wellington. Yeah. You go to fucking... Hey, I'm going to defend rural New Zealand here.
No, I already see your point. And
you live in Wellington.
Yeah,
of course these fucking dickheads... Fuck off.
That's fair.
Bro, you got to...
Okay, but the guys... the rural guys...
Big beard?
The rural guys aren't beard guys, though. They just happen to have beards. They
Yes,
don't define,
that's the point, bro. That's my point.
Okay, that's not what they think makes them masculine.
But the dude who's like, have you seen my big bushy beard?
Yeah.
And he puts oil in it and shit. Mm-hmm. That guy wears skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dude in the wide upper who just happens to have a beard, he hasn't worn pants for
he
the
can
past...
fix a tractor and fight livestock.
Yeah.
That guy's fighting. He's not defining himself by his beard.
There's an old saying I heard on the Wired Apper that was a man that shaves his beard for pussy deserves neither.
Yeah, nice.
And I like that.
Yeah.
But then you come to Wellington and it's like, I can't say beards and pussy because, it might be a fucking nutsack holder.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but nah, the combed, cleanly beard over this side.
Yeah.
Don't trust that guy.
No, that's a great point, man. Hey, we
but
talked
rural New Zealand.
I give it up. I give it up for the heartland, bro.
You should definitely not compare the men, if I can call them that. I've been getting in trouble at work, bro, because people are like, hey, I just need to get this piece of timber. As long as it's straight and clean. I'm like, sorry, sir, it's Wellington. You can't ask that anymore. And all of them go, fuck.
I mean, it's like, it doesn't curve.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, don't worry. I'm not going to, report you. There's not like a Facebook group I can put your name on.
You're such a terrorist.
That's why I'm, looking over at all the other, the places like Israel and shit like that. You fellas are making terrorists. I hope not one of these Palestinian kids has an ounce of the energy or psychopathic nature that I have is in there. Because that motherfucker's coming for yous next.
I mean, they are. Yeah.
I just hope but I hope there's no, actually, I do hope there's one. I want Mexican Joker of South Park to come out of those Palestinians. Yeah. Someone's got to take these fuckers down.
Statistically unlikely to be Mexican.
I know, but you're missing it. I was using it as a metaphor because of South Park.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Kyle gets taken into the Mexican internment camps with all the kids.
Okay.
And he tries to tell the guards, you realize you're just making Mexican Joker,
right?
And the guards are like,
"Oh no, fuck! I think I did."
And the guards are like, "Is Mexican Joker here now?" And they start freaking out.
Yeah.
And that's the only time that they start listening.
Yeah.
They don't care that they're shitting on kids. It's the idea that one of them is going to grow
One of them
up
might be the Joker
and be the Joker.
Yeah.
And I love that shit. It's so entertaining.
Now we were talking about something last week. When we started,
every time you say this, I feel like I'm in trouble.
You're not in trouble, but I do have some work for you to do.
That's the same. Get over a beer.
Yeah, you can.
What was it?
I was doing my Thomas the Tank Engine shtick, and you were like, "Could you say horrible stuff?" Yeah, it turns out I can. So I made some.
Brilliant.
So I made some stingers. Now there's two different ones, and I don't know. We could listen to both. That might be too long-winded. Or
we're listening to both.
Well, you could. How about you pick which one you want to hear first, and based on the strength of that one, you can decide whether you want to hear another one. So
what? I'm like, there are two stingers.
Yeah.
I will cut them in half. Fuck off.
Look, it might be. We might edit all this out, and nobody ever knows.
Who am I? Who am
I
to deny the people?
Listen, if you put in, so one of them. So we talked about.
Lots of vowels coming out here, Jizzy.
William Burroughs, just
vowels.
briefly. You know who William Burroughs is?
Shittily.
Okay, so junkie author. He wrote shit like Naked Lunch. Killed his wife.
Like the first Hunter S. Thompson?
I think he does predate Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy did... the way that he killed his wife is that in Mexico, he's drinking, doing heroin with his friends. He goes,
all been there.
"Watch this. I bet I can shoot an apple off my wife's head." And he fucking blew her away, dude.
Shit, I don't know what to say to that.
So one of these stingers
is inspired
is some of his writings.
Which
right?
one? The big one or the little one?
I don't know anymore. The one called Thomas is Fucked is the William S. Burroughs one. The other one is, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it has more like a cappella stuff. So
ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking over here.
The William Burroughs one has regular music, and the other one has weird
somebody
music.
Has lit a few too many plants on fire while making these.
What you're talking
Don't know
about.
if it was Jizzy or not.
Let's see.
But
come on.
We're going to kick into one of these.
I think it's been probably built up to... This is a flawless intro.
You do this every time.
The intro's like
just
4 minutes too long.
Shut up, dude.
In the city market is the Meat Cafe. Followers of obsolete, unthinking trades doodling in Etruscan, addicts of drugs not yet synthesized, pushers of souped-up palmy, Junk reduced to pure habit, offering precarious vegetable serenity. Liquids to induce latar. Tithonian longevity serums. Black marketeers of World War III. Excusers of telepathic sensitivity. Osteopaths of the spirit. Investigators of infractions denounced by bland, paranoid chess players. Servers of fragmentary warrants, taken down in hebephrenic shorthand, charging unspeakable mutilation.
As a musician, someone's going to hit you for what you've done to Ringo.
Officials of unconstituted police states. A lesbian dwarf who has perfected Operation Bang Tot. The lung erection that strangles a sleeping enemy. The sellers of orgon tanks and relaxing machines.
We're not even nearly done.
Brokers of exquisite dreams and memories tested on the sensitized
I feel way better about my singing now.
Sickness and bartered for raw materials of the will. Doctors skilled in treatment of diseases dormant in the black dust of ruined cities, gathering virulence in the white blood of eyeless worms, feeling slowly to the surface of the human host, maladies of the ocean floor and the stratosphere, maladies of the laboratory and atomic war, a place where the unknown past and the emergent future meet in a vibrating, soundless hum.
What do you think of that?
I was going to say you need to stop taking drugs, but I know that you did that without them, and now I think it's probably advisable you should get back on them.
I kind of didn't know where to stop with that stinger. Like, it kind of just kept rolling.
Bro, that stinger felt like the movie Dune. When it started, I was like, this feels like there's a lot more backstory here. Halfway through, I was like, now I get it. And by the end, I was like,
yeah. Oh, it's still going, huh?
There's something weird about Timothy Chalamet / Jizzy. Like, it's just...
Ooh, caught it.
Nice work, sir.
Yeah, well, thanks. The other one that I did is a different author. And
just a second, because I only want to do this live.
Okay.
Probably get those vocals up, eh?
Fuck you. Try to get the vocals up, damn it. We'll see if it's listenable.
I think it worked enough. Like
the other one that I've got is made with homemade music. So that's like...
Oh, cool.
That's stolen music.
Oh, cool. So let's go for the next one.
Like a guy gave it to me on the street in a trench coat or whatever.
Let's kick into the next one.
Yeah, this other one, well, I think people will probably get the sense of it.
Here's the next one. It's going to kick in.
Yeah. You say that so far away from when it starts, though, every time.
I see. Is this what happens if you put Mike Patton's cum shot under a microscope?
Around Barstow on the edge of the desert when the drugs began to take hold. I remember saying something like, I feel a bit lightheaded. Maybe you should drive.
Fuck you. No, we're not doing this.
The sky was full of them, like huge bats, all swooping and screeching and diving around the train.
I love you. Every time.
With the tops down to Las Vegas. And a voice was screaming, Holy Jesus,
shit!
what are these goddamn
animals?
Then it was quiet again. Percy had taken his shirt off and was pouring beer on his chest to facilitate the tanning process.
I'm so weirded out by how much I like all of these parts.
Eyes closed, covered with Spanish wraparound sunglasses.
It's like when you do too many things to a girl at once and she gets overstimulated.
No point mentioning these bats, I thought. Poor bastard will see him.
Probably get those vocals up, but like, yeah. Oh my god, bro.
Oh.
Okay. That's disgusting.
So what do you think of that?
I loved everything about it. Except how you decided to do it. I've never heard you make that noise.
It might have been those herbs.
Holy shit, dog. Wowza. Do you want to hear my stinger? And it'll kick us into the next
So you've
part?
made a stinger.
I've tried.
You've never made a stinger for this show before.
I've never.
Dude, I am so excited. Did you say it was a Tunnel Talk stinger?
Yes.
That is fucking wild, man.
But the difference between your, like, evocative storytelling, I'm not. I'm a zip-up hoodie kid who wears his hat backwards.
Yeah.
So I tried to come up with a stinger for Tunnel Talk. And the best I could come up with was a weird Deftones thing. So this is called Death Tunnel.
Let's see if this gets us in the mood, eh?
And the best part of that stinger that I just realized as the heavy part kicked in is I could probably get those vocals up.
You'd probably get those vocals up a little bit, bro, yeah.
Yeah, I listened to it through so many different mediums, but yeah. And for anybody that didn't pick up, I couldn't write the lyrics, so I just took a video of Jizzy McKnight in a tunnel and transcribed everything he said and used those as the vocals. So I think it's it just feels right down here. I can't spread my arms, but it still doesn't feel oppressive. And then the big screams is a big long stone hug. But turned down in the mix is the chorus of My Own Summer.
He just put the dipshot in there.
It's just Chino turned down quietly. But I'll fix those vocals before we release this, I think, just
Get
so
the
we're
fuck
not.
out of here, you will.
Are you?
No, I'm not going to fix mine. Mine is.
Well, no, I have to. I'll just leave yours.
No, I don't know. It's up to you.
When your stingers kick in, I'm going to substitute all of them for, are there any pictures of you? No, but that was just my first attempt at one, and it was like, how do I do this? Oh, it turns out I'm not musically as funny as Jizzy. Nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was good.
That's all that matters.
Keep them coming, bro.
What's your tunnel? What you got?
My tunnel talk. Well, there's a few things. I got a quick follow up from last week because we were talking about Northcom, which is also known as Peterson Space Force Base. It's where the Cheyenne Mountain Complex moved to when they decided, now that they could aim atom bombs, that they didn't want to, that they couldn't really use Cheyenne anymore. Yeah. So they got this new spot. Now, what I was able to find out is there's like 8,000 active duty personnel there at any time.
What?
Yeah, dude. So it must be fucking massive. And you can find satellite images of where people go in, but I found out nothing about the tunnels under Northcom. Not a damn thing.
That makes less sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's a secret military, what did you call them? GURPS?
Dumbs.
Dumbs.
That was really well done. We couldn't have done that on purpose if we tried.
So these, what are they? Doors.
Dumbs?
Yeah. It must be one of those. I can't find out a goddamn
Anytime
thing.
you bring up an idea to your missus about what to do with your property, and she looks at you and goes, "Dumb underground Maloo." Like that's yeah.
So I don't know. I've got some interesting tunnel talk. That was a total dead end. Like that one will just remain a tunneling mystery until they retire the structure, which I don't think they'll do. Well, certainly not for a long time. Shut up, dog.
Sorry, quick break, but
That's
we're
okay.
back.
What kind of tunnel talk have you got for us this week?
Bro, I have broken what I thought tunnels were. Yeah? I didn't realize that it's just how growth goes. Tunnels, awesome. Lots of tunnels. Even cooler. So many tunnels that it gets designated as an underground city. Whoa, I think that's at a realm we never even thought we were going to get to.
Okay.
Turkey. Underneath Turkey. They call it Darin Kayu. Darin. I could be pronouncing it wrong because I haven't looked at how they say it. Yeah, to be honest, it's Darin Kayu.
Darin Kayu.
Yeah. But they reckon they can't work out when it was made, and the earliest instance of it being talked about in literature that's still recorded is some ancient cunt called Xenophon.
What, is it spelled with an X?
Xenophon.
Yes.
I don't know. You must be a pretty early human to call yourself that.
Yeah.
But that's the first time someone wrote down about
Xenophon's
this.
A sick fucking name, bro.
Bro, and then it's like apparently the Phrygians, which isn't just a mode from guitar. No. There's real people.
Yeah.
They were the ones who utilized it after the first people built it. But there's no one knows who built it first. There's just this fucking massive city under the ground.
Yeah.
Normally used to hide religiously persecuted people.
Yeah. Did you watch Graham Hancock's thing? It's called I
heard he was like a white supremacist. So of
course,
I'm kidding. I love Graham Hancock.
I don't love him. He did
Why?
I've been interested in some of his ideas, but he's got some weird ways about him. He does this. Have you
that's what happens.
Ancient Apocalypse is what it's called.
Yeah.
If you
that's what happens though when you say,
it's all shot as though he's very handsome. And he's not very. It's extreme close-ups of him thinking about stuff.
It's because somebody made it to get it on Netflix.
Yeah. But it's him.
Can you think of a quicker way to dismiss information?
What? Put it on Netflix?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, why don't we give him? Let's give him a show, and we'll just focus on him. No. And then it's like ancient aliens, all this crazy shit. What about fucking? What is it? I can't remember any of the weird names.
Göbekli Tepe.
Yeah, all that shit. Well, you can't have everyone looking into them.
Yeah, you can.
Well, evidently you can't. That's why Netflix is like,
let's give him a show to delegitimize him.
Yeah. Because social media ate that kind of life.
Yeah.
Because everyone was saying he's a white supremacist and shit.
For what?
Because he was like, hey, I think we have this forgotten part of our history.
So because of the stuff that he says public, the stuff he writes in books and stuff, that makes him a white supremacist.
Yes.
Even though the further back you go, the more likely we are to be blacker.
Yes. That's why I got mad at it. Yeah, it makes no sense to call that guy a white supremacist.
I mean, I don't know. No, he's white. Is that? And he's telling a different version of history. I think that's if you're the guys I don't know, if you run everything and you're the guy who's written history for ages and they have to run Netflix by you before they tell everyone, and he's like, wait a minute, what's that guy talking about? Oh, he's talking about an alternative version of how shit could happen. The person in charge, if he's what I said he was, he doesn't want that to happen. Yeah.
So, do you know how he said he wanted to debate Egyptologists?
Yes.
Could I please point out that, if you're really into plants, you're not a plantologist. No, if you're really into Japan, you're not a Japanologist. You can't put
what
English...
are you if you're really into Japan? Otaku?
I think
Weeaboo.
Weeaboo? Yeah, I don't know. But you can't put... Metal Tower did it for a laugh.
Uh-huh.
You can't have... Metal Towerology isn't a thing.
No,
other than what those four guys determine it to be.
Yeah.
So, English, word, and then ology, and then claim it's a study.
You can nitpick what the field of study is called, but nobody in that field takes you seriously. And I understand that you're mad. I'm talking to Graham Hancock.
Egyptology?
Yeah.
Well, can I be a New Zealandologist?
Yeah.
No, you can't. It sounds stupid.
That sounds stupid, yeah.
That's because you haven't been selling fucking bullshit relics about Tutankhamun and crap to fucking middle-aged white ladies since the 80s.
Right.
Hey, so Egyptologists are like, don't have that Hancock guy sniffing around.
Did you see him... it was pegged as a debate, but he talked to that guy, Michael Shermer.
On Rogan?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see how it unfolded?
Yes.
So basically, Michael Shermer was like, hey, Graham, why does nobody in archaeology, geology, or Egyptology put any faith behind what you're saying? And Graham Hancock was basically like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Just because they don't like me, you're not confronting my ideas. And then Michael Shermer just completely shut up.
Yeah, bro.
Well, the right thing to do would have been to
engage him and break it.
Well, take your skeptic eye, right?
Yep.
And just take one field in which you think Graham Hancock is most out of line, learn a bit of that, be able to quote like people.
How
in the
about
field.
that? How about my first one? What do you study? I'm an Egyptologist.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you made that up yourself.
Yeah. Are there none others? Are there none others for any country?
I haven't heard of any other.
Be a country
Chinaologist?
Jordanologist?
Indianologist? No, I don't know any of these.
American.
Name anything.
No,
you're not. You can be a sandwich artist at Subway. You're not sandwichology.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
The only
But
thing.
because they've got the most
only
interesting
thing.
and intricate old stuff, though, right?
Bro, the only thing that comes close to Egyptology
Yeah.
is fuckwit bartenders saying, I'm a mixologist.
Uh-huh.
And that's like, no, you're as dumb as the guys that put a country in front of ology.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The reason I brought Graham Hancock up at all is in his Netflix
It's because he's
series,
right.
There's and he's right about all the things.
All
he's
the
saying,
things.
You know what
and
I mean, bro?
You know what, bro?
What?
I think he's got no.
Shit, the hand came up. Oh, the camera's running.
Cameras, that's why I did it. Can I have a beer, please?
Yes, you can. They're going down.
No,
fast.
sorry. Why did you
So
bring
I
up
brought him
Hancock?
because there's I'm not sure if it's in Turkey, but there's a cave complex that he brings up that could have held like tens of thousands of people.
fine. Yeah. That is the same.
Well, when I was watching it, at a certain point during the show, I'm like, carbon date it.
So-
And he never did, and he never brought it up, which tells me that people do know how old it is, just not Graham Hancock. Like, he just doesn't accept whatever their answer
Yeah.
is.
No,
right?
that tracks. That
Okay,
tracks
just-
exactly. Like
just
if,
checking.
if what we're
Because
told.
he's like, well, the earlier part, some of the parts look like they were done at about this time.
Nah,
but
nah.
no
That's
one
what I'm saying.
knows
That's
that-
what I'm
no,
saying.
Of course they do. You just not saying.
As the furthest far back that I could find anybody talking about someone mentioning this,
Yeah.
like, is that Xenophon guy. Person. I don't know what they were. But that person talks about it. It's sort of mentioned in these little parts through history. But then 1920, someone found it and was like, check out this fucking thing. And I think they were busy then.
Yeah.
Because no one really looked into it. And
In
then
the 20s.
Yeah.
They were busy starving, dude.
Then it turns out like shit sort of kicked off around there, so no one really looked.
Yeah.
Until like 1984, and this guy in Turkey was trying to do renos, and he kept losing his chickens, and he couldn't work out why. So then he followed one, and it sort of like squeezed through this crack, and he's like, when the fuck did that crack get there? Better open that up. Cracked it open, and it's turned out to be the first of over 600 entrances in different private residencies across Turkey.
No.
Yeah. And you go down, and these motherfuckers have like...
There's 600 entrances in people's houses.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. And there's like... You remember with the Vietnamese one, and we were like, these motherfuckers had training grounds, hospitals,
Yeah, bro.
all
Big
this
time.
shit. These motherfuckers had places to raise cattle underground.
What?
Yeah.
They got livestock under there.
Yeah, bro, there's like one tunnel that leads to the top where you can just go get the hay, and then you push it down the tunnel, and it'll roll down, and then feed your cows.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying now. We're loving tunnels.
there.
We're loving tunnels. These fuckers have done tunnels so much they have a city underneath Turkey.
They're doing things in tunnels you couldn't imagine.
Dude, and I found like, the Phrygians apparently were one of the first people to dominate it, and then they got hauled out by some... Let me pull up my data, sorry.
Yeah, bro, you
But
pull up your data.
It eventuated to, like, even when the Ottomans were kicking ass, and they hid Christians under there. Like, it's everybody's hid under these fucking
Yeah,
things.
true, bro.
Yeah, and it proves our point, though. You push us in a corner, we go underground.
Absolutely.
If you use it for nefarious purposes or trying to gain a positive angle in war, you will get fucked on.
Yeah.
But no, turns out ancient people for fucking hundreds and thousands of years. Thousands and thousands of years.
It's as simple as digging a hole, right?
Yep. See, what I do want to point out is I'm like, yeah, look up some tunnel shit. Instantly pissed off at the cunt writing it.
Why?
Adjectives. Like,
What do you
have
mean?
you ever looked up a recipe? And it's like, how'd you make your apple pie? And it's like,
my husband's always loved apple pie.
It's like,
every time he gets home from
my
work,
grandmother survived Vietnam.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're like, Jesus, fuck, just give me the ingredients.
Yeah.
It was a warm summer's day. And you're yeah.
That's for SEO, right? That's search engine optimization.
Yeah.
That's the reason there's like...
Violent gusts wisped loose soil into the air as I hiked through, can't say that, Love Valley's pink and yellow hued lamp. Yeah, fuck, cunt, shut up.
Okay.
It gets so bad, but
Get to the tunneling part is what you're saying.
Yeah. Do you know it's 85 meters down?
No, that's pretty hard out for the day.
That's pretty hard out for now.
Yeah? 85 is bold, bro.
That means there's one tunnel 85 meters down, and then city. And then they like made all these channels off it.
Presumably the deepest part of it's 85 down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no. Apparently it's like
you said there were 600 entrances, so each of those 600 entrances goes at least 85 down, and then the tunnel complex starts?
Yes, apparently.
Okay.
According to this, it was...
Right. So, what's your source here? What do we got?
Didn't Kaiu's creation remains a partial mystery. Groundwork is often attributed to the Hittites.
Sure.
Sweet. I'm glad that's a thing. The excavated the first few levels, and then they came under attack from the Phrygians. Then, just a second. Oh, yeah. The bulk of the city was built by Phrygians, highly skilled. They made all this stuff cool. And then it was developed over and over and over, but has often been used to hide religiously persecuted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I believe in stuff, and someone tries to kill you.
Yeah.
Tunnels.
You believe in the wrong thing, die!
Yeah. Which is the gayest fucking
bro,
way.
It's now in the Holy War and shit, bro. Like, you might as well.
Everything is back to either tunnels or holy war crap.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Yeah.
I found this great fucking spot called the Woodsmith Mine.
Yep.
Do you know anything about that?
Nope, never heard it.
It's in the UK, and it's in a national park. So they started there mining potash, right, which is like fertilizer.
Yeah.
Then they found a substance called polyhalite, which is like a cousin to sulfuric acid, I guess. It's a particular kind of
shit
stuff.
Cousin to have. I have some cousins that are like sulfuric acid.
If a whole fucking ocean gets trapped and dried up, hundreds of millions of years later, what you'll have is polyhalite where that ocean was, right? So it's salty and full of weird chemicals and stuff. So they found this stuff. So because it's beneath a national park, that kind of means that they can undermine the whole thing, and it doesn't matter. Like, they can just take out this whole layer, and if anything, there's no buildings there.
No buildies.
There's no buildies there.
Thank you.
So if anything collapses, like, nothing bad's going to happen on the surface, and the surface will pretty much like look the same. So that part of the environmental impact is gone. It's like totally negated. Their max depth for this, right, is 1.5 kilometers. So they're going down 1.5 Ks for this shit. Now, they made it to blend in with the national park, because the whole deal with, if you're going to mine the national park, you've got to come correct.
Hard.
Or at least you fucking should, otherwise people get real mad. So they've made this mining complex to kind of almost look like it's not there. But underneath it, they're taking fucking millions of tons a year of this stuff. I don't think it's quite open yet. The potash part of it is open, but the polyhalite part of it might not have started. What I found most interesting about this is not just that it had been built to be basically an invisible tunnel under conservation land, but how do you get this shit out, right? So they had a few ways of getting it out. They could make a railway, which is like the most efficient way to get it out is on rails, and put it on trains and take it to a harbour. But they were like, that puts a bit dirty great rail track through this national park. Can't do that. What they settled on was a tunnel that's like 30 kilometers long that holds a huge conveyor belt that just runs mined polyhalite for like 30 Ks underground straight to a port.
Holy fuck.
It's a conveyor belt tunnel. I'd never encountered anything like this.
That's fucking yin yang.
That's fucking crazy, right?
But that's like half of the beauty of tunnels.
Yeah.
And the other half is like teched out.
Yeah, bro.
And fuck up. Conveyor belts count as tech. If you don't know how to make shit, don't act like a conveyor's easy.
No, for sure.
For some reason, I want to point that at roadie.
Full of streets.
Yeah, go make a fucking... You send a fucking photo of your hamster with a fucking claw. Send me a fucking tunnel with your fucking treadmill and a cunt. I'm just playing.
He's not. He's serious.
I'm dead serious.
He'll
Fuck
never
you,
let
streets.
this go.
Actually, the next time I bring him up, he's going to be Avenue.
Oh, shit.
And then after that, Crescent.
Make a stinger for him.
Until he comes to New Zealand.
Make a stinger for his de-evolution.
I will.
This polyhalite stuff, the reason that they're mining like millions of tons of it is because you can use it, like in ultra-intensive farming, where you just grow corn and you just grow it in that same spot as often as you possibly can.
Yeah.
The soil gets worse and worse and the corn gets worse and worse. You put this polyhalite stuff in it, it's like it fixes the soil.
Weird.
Yeah, so it's tipped to be like the fertilizer of the future.
Fucked up.
We kind of need it. But at the same time, one of the only places you can get it apparently is on conservation land in the UK, and the only way you can do that is if you do the whole shit underground. Thus, we have cool tunnels to talk about.
You telling me that England suddenly cares about protected land when it's theirs?
A little bit, yeah. Well, they've only got so much of their own land. Everybody else's is basically...
That's why they went around fucking telling everyone they were wrong.
Yeah.
I love the idea of, English guy shows up on a beach and there's an islander guy and he's like, what do you do? And he's like, I fish. Like, why don't you fish more? Because I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, but if you fish more, you could sell more and then you can buy 2 boats.
Yeah.
Because I'm lying on the beach. Yeah, but if you got 2 boats, you could increase your yield and you could make more sales and you could have your own business, ships. He's like, what would I do then? Well, once you make your own business, you get to a serious point of making money, you could lie on the beach all day. And the islander dude being like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. I want to finish today with positive news. I've been doom scrolling too much.
Okay.
We're hitting our limit.
Yeah, no, it is time to wrap it up. I've enjoyed this chat.
So these are just my way of trying to smooth over some doom scrollage.
Okay, I'll hear what you have to say. So hang on, wait. If this was a news show, and the death toll in Gaza has reached 40,000. Now a charming story of a hamster who has learned to water ski. Is that what you're doing to us right now?
Nah, it's more like, hey, all this shit sucks. Thank you for that moment of silence. Here's some positive shit. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so the same thing.
Actually, it's this isn't for anyone other than me.
Give me your water skiing thing then. Come on, man. Let's hear it.
So I found this giant building being constructed in Indiana next to a children's hospital. And one guy has decided he got a cardboard cutout of Where's Waldo. And he goes and hides it in different parts of the construction site that these kids can see. Yeah. And then the nurses text him and he moves it. And I'm like, I don't know what you're up to, but it ain't as cool as that.
Yeah.
That guy's the man. Second one. Did you know the dude that American History X is based off did a 23andMe? Uh-huh. Turns out he's Jewish. And he's now practicing.
No, he's practicing.
Yeah, he's converted.
Oh, you love to see it.
Yeah. Do you know who Mark Coleman is?
No, sir.
Ex-Ultimate Fighter.
Okay.
Like, fucking more Mexican supplement than man, but scarier individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this motherfucker is awesome. Made of steel. Knock cunts out for a living. Recently, his parents' house caught on fire, and he ran in and saved his parents, bro.
Yo, that's awesome.
Yeah, and there's footage of him in hospital waking up for the first time after smoke inhalation, surrounded by his daughters, and he just starts crying and screaming that he is the happiest man in the world. So, I don't know about any of these fucking blue-haired little cunts that can't do deadlifts, but the guy that can do the most deadlifts saved his parents from a burning fire, and his 3 daughters love him.
Sure.
Just saying that.
Okay.
Do you know about Bart, the good boy from Upper Hutt?
You got 4 good news stories here. 4 water skiing gophers.
5. Yeah.
4, 2 more.
Yeah. So good boy Bart.
Yeah.
Bart is a drug dog who works at Upper Hutt Prison.
I hate it.
But decided, this guy coming in here with these shoes, come on, someone needs to have a look. And the handler did a search, and he was like, sorry, Bart, there's nothing. And Bart kicked up a bit more of a stink and was like, you need to check this guy. I know I'm right. Mm-hmm. So they checked his shoes, bro. Cocaine and meth, done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that guy...
You know those police dog handlers can train their dogs to go off whenever they want, right? Just making sure.
Yeah, of course.
Like, if they don't like the look of you, their dog will start acting funny.
Russell Brand joke, unfortunately, is do you know how to not get stopped when going through an airport? Is don't crouch down next to the sniffer dog and go, oh, look who's got a job. Yeah.
Any other Russell Brand wisdom you'd like to share?
Oh, yeah. Go right wing before they get you.
Yeah. You can't be cancelled for sexually assaulting a lady if you're the darling of the right wing.
Just to tie it up brilliantly, do you see that interview with Ice Cube and Bill Maher?
No. And I appreciate that you asked me, though. It does seem like something that I would have watched.
And Ice Cube explains when NWA came out and they made their songs.
Yeah.
And that guy came in and was like, that one. That's the song we're pushing. And he was like, that's weird. We got some way better songs. And they're like, that's what we're after. And then the next meeting Ice Cube went to. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And the next meeting Ice Cube went to, he learned that all of the people who own all of the hip-hop record labels, they own all the private prisons.
Oh, I see.
And there was a concerted effort to overthrow the MTV board so they could all buy the shares and only push the most gangster and goth shit you could find.
Yeah.
And that's why Ice Cube was like, fuck you, so I'm going to go do Are We There Yet?
Yeah.
Because he worked it out. It's all shit.
That's interesting, man.
But to come from him, come from Fuck the Police himself, no one sat him down and made him write those lyrics. And he said, he goes, to be honest, I only write them because Dre got arrested. And I was pissed off because the fun stopped. And then over his course of his career, he's like, these motherfuckers are actively like censoring who can come out so that you only have this hip-hop narrative of ratchet, terrible shit, because the people that own those labels are the same people that own those prisons.
I think there's a lot of
John Holmstone, ex-CIA guy, live on Russian national TV, explaining that was his job.
Yeah, okay.
Might be all shit.
If he's on Russian TV, like it's such a sophisticated,
but the point before the Russian TV was Ice Cube. So when you were talking shit, do you want to go at Ice Cube? Because you're gonna go on the internet.
That's okay. I've heard from this is underground rapper that I like who has an album, and on that album he's made this beat and he's put over top of it basically something like just like what you were talking about, where they're talking about as a black person in the United States, you might hear from music like hundreds of times a day stuff that's anti your development, that you're no good, that you have no sense, that you have no future. And if you are someone who wants to make music, someone's going to come to you and go, this is what I want you to make. You can't stand up to it because you can finally say you're getting paid.
The worst part about the Ice Cube thing is I heard that this year, but shit, how old am I? 36. Yeah,
too old, brother.
10 years ago, I remember hearing a guy say, I just bought controlling shares in MTV, and I've been told this, and it was the exact same thing Ice Cube was saying. That guy's name is Bret Michaels from Poison. Same guy who went on to do Rock of Love.
Bret Michaels
bought a controlling share in MTV and came out being like,
get the fuck out of here.
Did you know that we're supposed to like only push the worst shit? And he's like, this makes no sense.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you're getting this from AI Joe Rogan or if it's real. I'm going to look into it. That's fucking fascinating.
I've known this like Bret Michaels, Dre, Ice Cube.
Controlling stake in MTV.
Yeah.
And you don't want to walk any of that back before I start looking into it.
Well, maybe not controlling.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah. Enough
that really changes things.
Enough that like 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, Bret Michaels was saying, "Hey, if you don't jump through these hoops, they won't put you through," and that's why we have to do it. And now we're being told, hey, it's not going to work, we're pushing this. And then 10 years later, Ice Cube is like, oh no, they were only pushing the worst shit they could because the guys that own those record labels own the private prisons. So the more criminal behavior you can glamorize, the better off the prisons will be.
Yeah, I'm going to look into this. I'm fascinated.
Sweet.
Hey, we should get the fuck out of here, though.
We should.
Hey,
actually,
should we
but
talk
when
some,
we say...
talk some more shit, though?
But when we say we're getting the fuck out of here, only on this fucking free shit, we're actually having a bit of a knees up. So
a bit of a knees up.
None of this can be seen, heard, or talked about unless you are friends with P. Diddy or here.
Let's get out of here, man.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
See you.
Did P. Diddy text back?
I don't want to hear the segments prior. I just want to hear the tunneling part. In my heart I have but one desire. An underground tube, the dank and the glue. I don't want to hear the segments prior. I just want to hear the tunneling part. In my heart I have but one desire. An underground tube, the dank and the glue.